How you guys doing?
How you doing?
Good, real good.
Hey, JD was just in here. He said that going into the second year of this system, players have kind of been able to take ownership of it now. Is that true? And just maybe what does that mean, kind of for you?
I think it's definitely true. I'm excited just being in the second year of the defense, understanding it more, knowing, like what's expected of us as, as individuals and as a unit overall. And, it's just exciting to be able to, build upon that. But last year is last year, and we got to kind of have a clean slate as well. So I think, just knowing the defense is going to help us a ton to where, our starting point is going to be further ahead than it was a year ago.
I saw your tweet about studying pass rushers this offseason. Just wondering the process there, how you get the tape, how much time you put into it, and maybe something you learned about somebody else's game that you feel like you could apply.
Well, I'm a fan of football. I feel like it's something I've been a part of since I was a young kid. So I've always kind of watched film, and off season's a unique time of year to where I don't got to worry about a game plan and what's their favorite play, or like how are they going to block me on this? So it's a time where you can kind of take a step back and analyze not only your game but other players' games that you respect and like. And I kind of do that every off season, but having a further understanding of how I'm used and what's expected of me moving forward, I was able to kind of pinpoint guys that pass rush wise I likes game, and so it's fun to watch. And there's some great pass rushers and did some great things last year, and seeing what they did and seeing what things fit with what I do and how I can add it to my game for this year coming up is something I'm excited about.
Wondering from a player standpoint, like what's the first thing you look for when that comes out?
I just always like to see what the first game is, just who we're starting this thing out with. So that's the first thing I look for. But beyond that, it doesn't really matter who we play or where. I kind of know who everyone we're playing. They have that out already. So it's like kind of just getting an idea of when and where it'd be kind of cool. But week one is what kind of something you put at the top of your mind. Like, all right, and like that's something you got to prepare for. Mm-hmm.
Any rivalries with this division? I know you're coming from the NFC East, but the NFC, what division you're in now, any rivalries or anything that you can see from before to now that in this division you've got to do X or you got to do Y or something like that, or is it just football?
I think there's some really good teams in our division and some really good quarterbacks. So speaking defensively, our division poses a great challenge for us, I think, in that behalf, and it makes it exciting. I feel like week in, week out, is a big challenge for us, but that's good. I think that's going to breed success and really push us to take the next step and compete at a high level. Yeah.
What was your vision kind of that defensive line when you saw that they signed Trey Flowers and added him to the mix?
I mentioned last year I used to watch New England film a lot. So like I that's how I kind of knew the defense and stuff, but I'm familiar with some of their players just because I used to watch it so much. So as soon as we signed him, I thought it was a great signing and really respect his game and what he's done and his versatility and how he impacts the game in a multitude of ways. I think it's great. So I'm excited getting a chance to meet him now and be around him and all of that and just push forward from here.
Pass rushers, is he a guy who can kind of help you with that now that you're in the same room, same building with him?
Absolutely. He's another guy that I watch some and stuff. So I can take something from anybody. I'm very humble in that regard to where I try to gain as much knowledge and understanding, and it's my second season being used how I'm used now. So I feel like I want to make another big jump like I did last year. So that's what I'm focused on.
Snacks. I'm
not getting into who's here, who's not here, and all that.
Well, I asked because obviously he's got his contract situation going on. I mean, I don't know if what he misses by not being here, what you can, how much you guys miss him by not being here. If there's some sort of cloud about that could hang over the start of. I know these are voluntary workouts, but
yeah, I don't think it has any effect on anything.
This defense from the beginning of last year to the end of last year, and in particular when Snacks got here, really improved. So with that in mind, I know last year, what do you believe the potential is for this defense now in year two?
Yeah, I'm kind of a firm believer in last year. You know, if you start trying to hang your hat on something like that, you know, teams are watching film and studying too. So if you think, oh, we finished the year strong, so we're going to be good and we're going to be strong because that's how we finished, you know, that's the recipe for disaster. So I kind of look at it as complete clean slate. The best advantage we have is just our understanding of our defense and our ownership of the defense. And, you know, it's what we do with it now moving forward.
You're, I think, more than 90% in the 15 games you were active. Could you be more efficient if that was dialed back a little bit? I mean, does it help to have some extra depth on the defensive line to maybe dial you down to that 75%, or you feel like you're built to handle that 90?
So I'm preparing myself and my body to play 99% of the snaps. You know, that's the mindset and the mentality I have, and you know, continue to work hard and be prepared to do that. And however the coaches, whatever role they need me to play, want me to play, wherever they want me to do, you know, I'm going to be ready to do it.
This next week, can you just tell us your draft day story? Like, where were you when you got the call? How did that roll? What's your fondest memories of that day?
Yeah, I was drafted in the 5th round. I was like a compository pick, so I always say like a glorified 6th rounder. So for me, it was, you know, it was kind of nerve wracking because, you know, I knew I wasn't going to go like the first day, obviously, and you know, even like 2nd and 3rd round. But when it got later in the 3rd round and 4th round, that's where it was like, okay. And it was kind of nerve wracking because you start seeing guys go off the board that, you know, you think you may be better than, or like teams that were interested in calling you, and then they take another guy. So, you know, it starts to get stressful. And I say it was the most stressful day, and then it was the best day, all in one. So, you know, once you hear your name called and you get that call, you know, there's nothing like it, and it's something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
As in your shoes, who are, you know, day 3 draft picks, what's the key to making a successful career out of it? Because you've obviously, you know, beat the odds, and a lot of guys don't make it past 2 or 3 years.
Right. I would definitely say, like, learn the playbook early on, and like that helped me my first year. You know, I feel like I'm an intelligent player, and if you don't know what you're doing, like, the game's going to be moving too fast as a rookie and as a late round guy. So I think I earned my teammates and the coaches' respect because I came in as a rookie and I dove into the playbook right away, and I was out there, and I didn't do everything perfect, but I knew where to line up. I knew how to play certain things and was doing things you know, the right way. And, you know, that gave me a huge headway to end up starting, you know, as a rookie, even though I was a late round draft pick.
You do anything interesting in the offseason?
What's that?
Did you do anything interesting, different in the offseason?
Not too much. I have an 8-month-old daughter, so during season I didn't spend a whole lot of time, as much time with her as I would want to. You know, we're busy, and my fiance was a champ, and she was I didn't have to wake up too much in the middle of the night. So, you know, season ended, and she was like, "Hey, you know, it's your turn." So I spent a lot of time, you know, but it was awesome being able to spend the time, and like, Jimmy Fallon got a dada book, or so I was trying to teach her to say dada. You know what I'm talking about? So you know, she's saying dada and starting to crawl around. So that was mostly, you know, training, and then coming home and spending time with her and everything. And you know, that's kind of what my off season consisted of this year.